I've worn the Mopak Wanderer Sling as my daily driver for two separate periods of time over the last year, and my thoughts have been surprisingly consistent. As a 3.5-liter crossbody bag made from 100% recycled and water resistant materials, the Wanderer Sling has provided me with more organizing packing space than I could hope for. It also looks appealing with a minimalistic design and color combinations to the point where I think it's really might be one of my favorite urban slings out there right now. I'm Alex from the Subnautics, and this is my full review of the Mopak Wanderer Sling. In terms of design, the Wanderer Sling uses polyester fabric that feels nice to touch. It's a coarse material that seems durable and hasn't obtained dirt specks on it over time. I own the blue variant, and it's complemented nicely with a black strap and a single strip of a fawn brown shade on the front compartment. I also like Mopak's logo button, as it's really just simple in design and doesn't scream advertisement like a lot of those tramp stamps do on bags. There are three zipper compartments to store goods in on the sling. The front compartment has two mesh elastic pouches and opens out quite wide for a front pouch. I'm able to comfortably store a lot of knickknacks and small items I really pull out hourly, like tissues, chapsticks, and the wallet. Since the band is built like a really loose piece, by default, items do shift around when the bag is worn, but typically it's been okay for holding my loose items. The only real missing thing here, or the entire bag, is a built-in key clip or a key leash to secure a set of car keys down. It's a surprising omission on the Wanderer's design, as most bags in this category do have some sort of clip in this front pouch nowadays. Each of the zippers utilizes a textured plastic tip that is easily distinguishable by its triangular imprints. It's a nice little detail that helps my finger identify where the zipper is without looking. When you open up the main compartment, you are greeted with essentially two segments that isolate wider items. On one side, there's a large zippered mesh compartment that is a pocket and stretches across the length of the sling. This isn't one of those like mesh pockets where all you can fit in are ear pods and change, loose change. You could easily throw in a Thor here and have plenty of room to throw in a charging cable and brick as well. The mesh is rather loose, thus allowing it to expand with bulkier items without issue. The pocket on the other side isn't able to be zippered closed, but you can fit a small point and shoot camera or a smartphone in this area if you wanted to. Even with those two pockets occupied, there's still an abundance of storage space left in the center between the two pockets. And the main reason why the Wanderer can store so much stuff is due to the fact that it can stretch and pull wide and apart. This is thanks to a water hole that essentially disconnects the front compartment with the main and rear one. Pushing these two pieces apart from one another will open up a hole where you can slot in a cylinder-shaped item. It's suited for a small water bottle or an umbrella. I recommend the max size of a water bottle to probably be around 24 fluid ounces to use with this sling. The smaller the size of the bottle, the more versatile the sling gets. I'll be the first one to admit that it does get a little bit unwieldy when the bag is full and you also slot in a water bottle into the hole. But with a little bit of configuration and selective decision making of what you're going to be carrying for an EDC in terms of your materials that you store in the Wanderer, I think it can be done and you will be able to carry basically everything you need on a daily basis. Finally, the rear compartment, or the concealed compartment, is the one that faces the body when it's worn. This one is significantly tighter and narrower than the other two pockets, but it still stretches out enough to be able to store something like a pair of sunglasses in a case. There are no pouches in this segment. It's purely a zipper compartment to keep more sensitive items like a passport hidden away from people facing the wearer, so it's harder for them to steal it. My only true conflict with the Wanderer lies with the buckle. It's nothing terrible or anything in that regard. I just don't truly know how I feel about it. On the one hand, I find it interesting and even clever to an extent. On the other hand, I worry about the durability and the reliability of how it holds up the straps and keeps it together in the long run. After using some really clever buckle designs on my daily carry slings, the one on this Mopak just seems a little rudimentary when compared to the likes of like the Belroy Venture Ready. It uses a U-shaped buckle that requires an overhead push to unclasp, and unlike standard buckles where the release requires pressing into the interlocked middle section of the two sides combined, the Mopak's buckle uses a thin M-line release. That's how I would describe it. I could very well just be nitpicking right now, as the buckle has not really failed me once, so take it as a personal preference of buckles that I like when it comes to these quick release styles. The straps are mounted on the bag symmetrically, which means that you can wear this thing across your body over either of the shoulders and it'll be perfectly even either way. It's a comfortable carry on either the front or the back side, as the bag itself is quite light by default. So overall, I do think the Wanderer is built well. It performs and is put together a lot better than the Mopak sleek backpack I reviewed last year. Unlike the backpack, which I would consider an upper mid-tier priced backpack that felt cheaper made than the price tag would suggest it would feel, this Wanderer Sling is the complete opposite. If I were to review a bag like this for twice the price of the Wanderer, I likely would have told you I would have thought it was worth it for the quality that you get here. That's why for over the past year, I've pulled out the Wanderer to daily carry between review periods more often than any of my other slings, many of which cost significantly more than the MSRP that the Wanderer sells at. The materials feel good, the stitching is precise, and the bag just looks universally compatible with basically any outfit choice or color. Regardless of the little nuances and personal preferences I do have for a daily carry sling, I cannot deny just how Mopak has produced such a phenomenally valued product. Once again, I'm Alex from the Hypnotics. Let me know what you think of this. Have you carried a bag from Mopak before? If you have, let me know your thoughts on this company. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I'll see you then.